to thank you for stopping by the Vapor Vice with me today and going over a product I've been anticipating for a while. Have gotten my hands on this guy today, and I am absolutely in love with this thing already. We've got the iStick 50 watt. This thing is fantastic. I've obviously already opened it up and played with it, so I could give you guys a pretty accurate, depiction of what I think of it. It's very solid. The build is solid. It's a great device, and for somebody that's looking to have some power on the go with a 4400 mAh battery, this son of a bitch will get you there. Alright, well, that's enough talking right now. Let's go ahead and dive into this thing and see what we come up with. Okay guys, here it is. Here's the box. As you can see, nice packaging like always. Eleaf always does come out with a nice packaging, as you can see. It's kind of a quick little look around. Nothing too surprising here. I've got the silver one. Okay, let's go ahead and open this thing up. See what comes with it, and there she is. Now this one here is surprisingly, for a 50 watt device, very small. You have, we'll kind of go through some of the features real quick. You have your integrated OLED display. The variable voltage goes from 2 to 10 volts, and then you have your variable wattage goes from 5 to 50. We'll take a look at the scroll here. As you can see, it moves pretty quickly up and down, and if you hold both buttons at the same time, it will lock your wattages in, and then obviously you hold both buttons again to unlock. And if you want to change from voltage to wattage, you just click this button 3 times, and that'll give you that. You can scroll up and down same way, and then if you want to go back, you can just hit it 3 more times and it'll change you back. Okay, the length on this thing is 83 millimeters. The width is 45 millimeters, and the height is 23 millimeters. So as you can see, for a 50 watt device, this thing is pretty tiny. The battery is a 4400 mAh battery, which most of you could get a day or so out of the iStick 20s and 30s, so you should be able to get a few days out of this thing with no problem. Alright guys, let's go ahead and step out. Actually, you know what, let's go over a few more things. I want to talk about where the charger is on the back is now, so you can actually use it as a pass-through and sit it down, because the charger is up top on the back side. So that's kind of nice. They fixed that. And then you have the spring-loaded connector down here with your stainless steel threads. And then you have this notch in here where it gives your tank airflows for the tanks that have the airflow in the bottom. Pretty nice. I mean, the build quality on this thing is solid, heavy, just feels good in your hand. Alright, let's go ahead and give this thing a few vapes, see what you guys think. Alright guys, now that we've taken an up-close look at this, I want to do look at this a little bit more as far as build quality. The rattly button is almost gone, but it's still there. But to me, that's never been a deal breaker anyways, because for what these devices do and what they can give you packed in a small little thing, you can't beat it, especially for the price point. This one here, I wanted to say, was right at $60, which isn't bad for a 50 watt device, because the only other 50 watt device I have right now is the IPv2, and I want to say that thing cost me right at about 115 bucks. So with that being said, let's dig into, before I start vaping on this thing, I want to show you a comparison of the iStick 30. Okay, there you have the size on that. Let's do a side-by-side comparison. Okay, as you can see, it's a little bit bigger. It's actually pretty close that way. Just a touch taller, not much. And then the back sides. So I mean, it's not a huge size difference. I mean, this thing is still very discreet, especially to pack that kind of a punch. I want to throw this thing on a few different devices. A few different devices on this, so we can kind of see how it acts with just different tanks. Because I know everybody's kind of wanting to see this thing. So, all right, what we're going to start off with now is the Sub-Tank Nano, which is probably one of my favorite tanks. It's just small. I mean, it hits like a train. So let's go ahead and crank this thing up to about 20 watts. And give me just a second and I will show you. Alright, we're going to do 21 watts because I don't feel like fighting with it. Alright, 21 watts. Damn, I like that. You know, and with the size of that, I mean, you could still put that in your pocket and nobody's going to think anything of it. So you can see what it does with a Nano, and that's a 0.5 coil. Coil's reading at 0.6, and I'm at 21 watts with this. We'll go ahead and crank this thing up to, I'd say, we'll do 28 watts. Alright, we're at 28 watts. Man, this thing is a powerhouse. Whew, okay. Alright, that's with that. With the Nano, we'll go ahead and put that thing aside. And you've seen my Delta review by now, hopefully. We'll go ahead and put that on there, and then we're going to crank it up to, my preference is 40, 45 watts. So we'll see what we're getting out of that. Okay, we are at 45 watts on the button. Okay, not cool. Got caught a dry hit on that. So let's go ahead and back that thing off a second. Take it down to about 40 watts. As you can see, my eyes are watering. Okay, that's better. Try that one more time. Okay, yeah, I can definitely dig that. Okay, the last thing I want to do is put a dripper on here and just see what we come up with. So I actually don't have one ready, so bear with me. I'm going to have to go off camera for just a second to grab one. We are going to be using my Doge, and I will tell you what the build on it is in just a second. Alright, this is at 0.2. I don't know if you can see that, but it says it'll fire down to 0.2. We're about to find out. So let me make sure I get some juice on here because that's going to hurt. Okay, I've got some looper close to me. We are at 6 milligrams of nicotine on that, so that's probably want to be a little careful with this. Okay, let's go ahead and juice it up. Okay, at 40 watts, she's kicking off a little bit. So we may end up having to boost this thing up a little. You know, I'm going to go ahead and push this thing to 50 because I'm pretty sure she can handle it. All the way up, guys. 0.2 build on the Doge. She's a hitter. Alright guys, well once again Eleaf has done it for me. They've pretty much set the bar, especially for the type of vapor that I am. I'm not a big box guy. I have big boxes and I never take them out of the house. Eleaf just continues to put these huge, powerful little boxes out, and I'm a huge fan, and kudos to them, because I mean, they're changing the game, and keep it up, because the more you guys do this, the better off we're going to be, as far as being able to take these things and be able to vape discreetly. I absolutely can't say enough good things about this device, and in my opinion, this is a must-have. So if you get an opportunity to try this device or buy this device, I would recommend you do both. Do yourself a favor. Alright guys, please like and subscribe, and I will catch you on the next video. Thank you.